Hey everyone, it's your girl Stacks from blackmedia.com here with my weekly wrap up of everything that has been going on. Thank you for tuning in to listen to me talk my bullshit. Definitely a lot going on. A lot of motherfucking bullshit going on during this Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to everybody who is chilling, going to a barbecue. That's basically what I've seen everybody doing today. It'll continue on tomorrow and the day after. We definitely have a lot to get into. Where shall I start? You like my lipstick?
Damn, girl.
Um, where do we start? How about we start with the latest, which is Nicki Minaj's arrest in Amsterdam. Cardi B and Offset set her up. Y'all know they set her up. Come on, who else would do some shit like that? Like, it's fucked up. Anyways, I'm joking around. I hope Offset wouldn't do that because there are rumors floating around that he likes to call 911 on people. But anyways, Nicki Minaj was arrested in Amsterdam and she went on Instagram uh, and she live streamed the entire thing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So Nicki Minaj was about to hop on the motherfucking jet. She was in a van and like I said, she live streamed it. She was recording everything, whether she was live streaming one part and the other part, she was posting it up. And basically, officials came over, the pilot and stuff like that, saying that police wanted to search her bags. They wanted to search her bags because she had drugs all up in her shit, in her luggage. And she was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm not going nowhere. They wanted to take her to the precinct. She says, I don't have my lawyer present. I am not going nowhere. You ain't fucking taking me. But of course, she didn't say in those words. She held herself down like a lady. But she actually was arrested. She gave us an update a little while ago on Twitter. They held her for 3 fucking hours. She took to Twitter and said that they were trying to self-sabotage her show that she was having in Manchester. Now check this out. According to her, they did find something in her luggage. They found a little something, something. But it belonged to her security guard. There was nothing crazy. They didn't find nothing else that was so crazy. And by the way, in Amsterdam, it's legal. So what's the problem, right? It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. According to her too, when she went and she took to Twitter and started tweeting, because she was in shock as to what the hell was going on. She thinks that she was being sabotaged because she recently fired her tour manager, who was allegedly doing shit underneath the table, and somebody else, and it had to do with money and just really, really crazy shit. So, yeah. Nicki Minaj arrested in Amsterdam. I posted a video, guys. I always tell you to follow me on social media to keep you updated. I just posted a video that a Barb went and recorded, and it was basically all of her fans at her show and them, over the loudspeaker saying that the show was being postponed. So the Barbs, I feel so bad for them. But she did go on Twitter and say that, what I'm saying, she got y'all, and, it's not over and stuff like that. So this is obviously, excuse me, for her tour. So yeah, Nicki Minaj was arrested in Amsterdam. She was held for 3 hours, and they basically were saying that she had a whole bunch of crazy shit up in her luggage, but she didn't. It was a few of these that were pre-rolled, and they belonged to her bodyguard. So she's out now. She's good. She went and tweeted to her fans, sorry, and thank you for everyone that has been praying for her. So that's the latest that happened a little while ago, but definitely we have a lot of other shit to talk about, a lot of other crazy shit. Since the last time that I spoke to you guys, in my last video, of course, we were talking about Diddy, the accusations, all of the crazy shit. The video that came out, obviously, of him brutally assaulting his ex, Cassie, singer and model Cassie, for those of you who don't know. Well, since then, this motherfucker came out from hiding, um, and issued an apology. I can't believe that he really considered this a motherfucking apology. This motherfucker had the audacity to come out in a video looking so concerned and all this like that. And you can tell that it was just damage control, his crew, you know, publicists or whatever, just him, because you can tell he really doesn't listen to nobody. Plus, he's a Scorpio. I'm also a Scorpio. And one thing I have to say is that we really don't like listening to people. We usually do shit on our own. But anyways, that's not the point. Diddy came out and issued a so-called apology. That shit was horrible. He came out and basically said sorry. He admitted that it was him. Obviously, it was him in the video, you know, doing that to Cassie. And that he feels disgusted. He feels disgusted because of his actions, because of what he did. He's ashamed, and that he was in a very dark place. He was in a very dark place, and he said that he was sorry. But the issue was that with that this fucking fake ass half ass apology is that you can tell he was apologizing like to himself and to his fans. It wasn't direct. It wasn't directly intended for Cassie. It wasn't. So he went, issued an apology. This comes days, let's rewind, this comes days after Cassie's husband went and issued a statement to victims of domestic violence, and he indirectly was talking to Diddy. He was saying, listen, you can't hide no more. You can't hide no more, and those around you supporting you. And it was like, oh shit, like this motherfucker's talking to Diddy and stuff like that. And then Cassie broke her silence. Yes, Cassie finally came out and she broke her silence. And really crazy. It was like, I thought, yes, yeah, I was saying I was lying, huh? But of course she didn't say it in those words. You know, she said it's not about her, it's about what happened. And she released a statement on social media, so that was really crazy. Diddy comes out with this half-ass apology. Her husband comes out with this letter. You know, basically it was like an open letter to victims of domestic violence where he was indirectly getting at Diddy, like, motherfucker, you can't hide, you know what I'm saying? All this other stuff, those around you, you know, which I said in my video, anyone supporting him or rocking with him, it's like, ooh, I got the evil eye on you. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I have to let you guys know, if you guys don't know, Meek Mill and Young Miami both went and unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. Yes, they did. Damage control, anyone? You know, like, you know, Young Miami is still in talks with him. Fuck out of here. uh I don't know what happened to her fucking show, Carisha Please, or whatever like that, but it's under Revolt, which he doesn't fucking own. He's in partnership with, and which I said in my last video that they're just gonna fucking cut ties with him after this disgusting fucking behavior. Oh my God, and how can I forget? Hold up, because there's so much shit, and I'm so excited to tell you guys all the bullshit that's been going on. Diddy is being sued again and is being accused of the same shit, which is SAing a former model back in 2016. This is crazy. I was actually about to change the subject and move on to other crazy shit, forgetting. So a model came out and she said, hold up, hold the fuck up, because he SA'd me too. And according to her, she was 22 years old. And really crazy. So the suit was filed this past week, because now today's Saturday. So it was filed this past week in New York City. And this model went and filed it in federal court in New York City. Okay. And she's not keeping her name a secret either. She says she was 22 at that time, and she was an inspiring model. She was introduced to Diddy by a fashion designer. That fashion designer is not named in the lawsuit. The fashion designer went and introduced her to Diddy, where they went to his recording studio. According to her, she was being past that and being, quote, piled with a lot of drinks. And that's when she says that she was allegedly SA'd, and a lot of crazy shit happened. That happened at his music studio, in New York City. Really crazy. She said this comes after he was making advances allegedly, and that he was allegedly flirting with her, and that two of his boys were also at the music studio. He wasn't alone. Yeah, before that he gave her his number and shit like that. It was like, I guess, pull up or whatever like that. So yeah, that story, everything is on blackmedia.com, but obviously I'm here to talk about it with you guys. Really fucking crazy. He is being accused of the same shit again, and he's being sued again. It's like, when does this fucking stop? When does this stop? Of course, of course, people are saying it. Sometimes it comes across my mind. Excuse me. I like, damn, bitch, why the fuck is you saying something now? Like, you should have went and fucking said something back then. But whatever. I'm not gonna say she's a liar or whatever like that. But yeah, according to her, when she was, they went and put some shit. Allegedly, some shit was put in her stuff, and when she woke up, she was in a taxi and she was heading towards the designer who went and introduced her to Diddy. So this is really crazy. Like I said, full details on my site, Black for Media, but this is really fucking crazy. Like, so much has happened. And I think the last time that I dropped a video was just like 4 or 5 days ago. And all of this Diddy went, issued a half-ass apology. Cassie's husband went and directly was talking to him in an open letter to victims of domestic violence. Cassie finally went and broke her silence. And then he's being sued by a former model who was accused of him of the same motherfucking shit that he's been accused of. So, really fucking crazy. I don't know when does it fucking stop? But anyways, we definitely have other stuff to get into, so let's get into it. Sean Kingston, you must have. It's crazy because Nicki Minaj got some trouble today, and all day I was like, dirty, 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 dirt, dirt, dirt. Sean Kingston, you being committed. Actually, he's being accused, not committed. He's being accused of fraud, and his mom Dukes. Yes, his crib was raided. He was arrested. His mom was arrested over at his mansion. Really crazy in Miami. I heard, by the way, that he's renting it out. It is not owned. Fucking nuts. So basically, authorities are saying that Sean Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, both of them allegedly, they are scammers and they've been doing all types of fraud, and that's how they've been getting dough, because he hasn't been dropping any fucking music. Sean Kingston has not been dropping any fucking music. I can't remember the last time. I think that was his fucking last hit that he had with Nicki. I don't know. He dropped something else, obviously, after that. But yeah, so they raided his crib. Now, it's not too clear if... Okay, so his mom was arrested at his home in Florida, and he was in Cali, and then he was taken into custody. He was arrested before that. It's crazy because he posted some shit on Instagram talking about people just like negative shit and all this and all that. But really fucking crazy. So Mom Dukes was arrested. She appeared in court for a bond hearing. That was yesterday. I put that up on the site. They're keeping her bond at $160,000. Supposedly, she has a record for committing fraud. Yes, she has a record for committing fraud. She went and served a bid and everything. She served time in prison for committing bank fraud, and that was being brought up at the bond hearing in Miami in court. Got that story up too. I always keep y'all updated. Stop fucking playing with me. Stop playing with me. There's no female in this game doing it like me. Anyways, let me not toot my own horn, but shout out to CBS Miami though. So yeah, so they're keeping her bond at 160,000. Sean, he's free, he's out. But it's just really crazy. They're saying that both of them have been scamming and scheming with whips and watches and a Cadillac to be exact. Really fucking crazy. I mean, how else would he be making dough, like I said, because he hasn't been making any new fucking music. So that's really fucking. Anyways, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, Sean Kingston and his mother, both of them, in some deep shit. They both have allegedly been making a lot of guap off of scamming and fraud. His mom actually did time. Currently, she's facing 6 charges. I mean, let's see what happens. And this all started from a lawsuit that was filed against Sean Kingston over a fucking TV that he didn't return and shit like that, and some other stuff. And that guy, he was being interviewed, and he's the one that was like, yeah, he talks about how he works with Justin Bieber and stuff like that. He's like, his home, his mansion is rented, it's not even owned. And I was like, oh, okay. But I found out through somebody else too. So to hear that, it was like, okay, confirmed. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that shit, because that shit is just fucking crazy. Let me find out. Sean Kingston. Dirty, 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 dut, dut. Why you fronting? That shit is really fucking crazy. Sean Kingston, I always thought of him as, oh, big teddy bear sweetheart. You know, I always think of big boys like that. Speaking of big boys, let's change the subject. Have you guys heard about Trump? Trump was up in the X, my hometown, of course. He was in Crotona Park. For those of you that don't know, that's it's a huge park, and it's not a very nice fucking park. But anyways, it's a nice park. Trump was in Crotona Park this past week. He was there, I believe it was on Friday, and drill rapper, New York drill rapper, Brooklyn rapper, Chef G, and Sleepy Hollow. Chef G, if you guys don't know, in my last video, I spoke about it. He was indicted on a whole bunch of fucking charges. He's facing a lot of years. You can head over to blackmedia.com for all of that shit, because I'm not going to go through that. These charges with him, along with a whole bunch of other co-defendants, include murder and conspiracy to commit murder, crazy shit like that. Well, he was there for Trump to support him, along with Sleepy Hollow. Chef G is from Brooklyn. Really crazy. He's out on bond. He spent basically, I think it was a milli to get out, and really crazy to see. There was obviously anti-Trump protesters there too at Crotona Park that weren't having it. You know, I really don't want to get into politics, but it's really crazy to see the black community now even more supporting Trump, and seeing rappers support Trump. But I will say this, I am going to speak my mind. I think a lot of y'all forgot that how he really feels about the black community. A lot of y'all, you know, really forgot his standpoint and how he gave the okay to certain groups to go ahead and do what they wanted to do to, you know what I'm saying, protesters, anti-police brutality, you know, anti-police protesters and stuff like that. So it's really crazy. But yeah, I went and I put that up. Joe Rapper, Sleepy Hollow, and Chef G were in the Bronx supporting Trump. And this is something that we're starting to see a lot. And a lot of people are really upset about the immigration situation that is going on in New York City. A lot of violence, a lot of robberies, and a lot of people saying, you know, this is Biden, you know. But yeah, really, really crazy to see that Trump more and more is being given the okay and the green light by rappers and stuff like that, and celebrities. I don't support him, but I do support some of what he was talking about before, that I thought, okay, this motherfucker is crazy. I'm actually agreeing with some of the things, but I don't fully support him, if that makes any fucking sense. And I'm volunteering this information. I really didn't have to tell you guys that. I would say I'm stuck in the fucking middle. But yeah, saying, you know, a few New York drill rappers. Of course, a news station came out and we're talking about how, you know, Chef G and is facing all these charges, and he's indicted on this and that. And he was there supporting Trump, so that was really crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited because I want to let you guys know the whole setting is going to get better here on my channel. Um, I'm going to get a new camera. Everything is changing in the near future. So I'm very, very excited to get shit up and going and moving even better. I'm gonna really just kill this shit. That's it. I'm telling y'all, there's no other bitch doing it like me. And media. It's your girl Sin Stacks. I think I've given you guys your weekly wrap up. For everything else, head over to my site. Like this video. Please subscribe. I'm out the motherfucking building. Enjoy your weekend. I'm out, bitch.